Today we are driving the NIO ET7, which is an exciting car in itself, but it has one cool feature that we're trying out in this video. It's the power swap. It's a full swap of the battery that's in the car for a fresh one from a power swapping station like this. So one of the cool things that you can do with the NIO is something called BaaS, Battery as a Service. And that means that you rent the battery in your NIO from NIO, and you can do things like the power swap. And it's a unique concept where you swap the entire battery out. So if you look outside, we are now at a power swapping station. Looks a bit like a car wash. And the plan is that I will park the car there, order a new battery, and then the car will handle the rest itself. So it's going to drive in there by itself and swap the whole battery out. And this is of course really cool because charging a battery takes time. Even if you have high voltage charging, it just takes time. And this battery swapping is supposed to last 3 or 4 minutes. So that's great, saves a lot of time. You have a whole fresh new battery and off you go. So today we're going to test that out, and the experience starts here in the navigation. Obviously we're already on location, but when I go to search, I go to power stations, and I can choose here if I want fast charging, medium charging or slow charging, but I can also opt for swap stations. So we are now at swap station Tilburg. If I tap that one, I can already see that there's 3 out of 6 batteries available and that there's zero people in line. So that's nice. I tap on it, I get an additional menu where I can order the new battery. So we're going to do this now. We're going to go through the process. We're going to hang up a few cameras in the car so you can see what's happening in the car, because the car will drive into the building itself and do the swap. And we're going to see if it actually works as promised.
Order placed. There are 0 people before you in the queue. Go to the power swap station as soon as possible to avoid missing your turn. Contact NIO Powerswap service if you require assistance. We are parking now. Be aware of your surroundings. Do not open any door or take over the steering wheel. You can press the brake panel to control the speed. Head battery swapped. Please be careful when you drive out.
So there we are, 3 minutes later, and we have a whole fresh battery under the car. It's quite interesting because you hear a lot of whizzing and whining going on of screwdrivers and so, and the car goes up and down a little bit, so you're sitting in there sort of experiencing the whole process. But it works as advertised. 3 minutes later and you have a whole fresh battery in your car and you're good to go. And it's quite funny if you turn around. We're here at a charging area, so there's a bunch of Tesla superchargers here and a bunch of other ones. Next to a hotel, so that makes sense. Next to the highway as well, also logical. So if you have time, if you're staying overnight, no issues, you just plug in here and all is well. But if you're short on time, it says here on the station even, in 3 minutes you are good to go. I have to check the cameras if it was exactly 3 minutes, but it's fast. You have a full new fresh battery and off you go again. So it really works as advertised. And I think it's really cool to see that NIO doesn't only build the car, but is also thinking about this kind of infrastructure, because they're saying things like this can work as a load balancer for a neighborhood. They can intelligently work with the network to see how much power is available and how much they can draw and take, and also put it back into the grid. Because obviously you can imagine if you have a bunch of batteries laying around, you have a lot of capacity to work with. So it's really interesting that they're already talking and thinking about that kind of future with energy management and energy infrastructure. So that's really nice. For now we have a whole new battery with 91% state of charge and we are good to go. So yeah, great, good experience, cool that it works, cool that it actually works like they say it does. And overall, this is maybe the way forward, that in 3 minutes you're off and you're good to go, and that's just as fast as getting petrol at a traditional station. That's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the full review of this ET7 as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.